For those who haven't done this, hey YouTube, we're going live on Facebook right now. Just give us a second. All right, guys, let's get started. For those who have never been part of this and you're coming to us live, this is the first time ever that we are broadcasting on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook Live all at the same time. Welcome to our weekly show where we talk about Kickstarters and we help you guys figure out who you should be, well, not who you should, but the projects we think you should be paying attention. The choice is always yours, so we always encourage you to sit back, watch, and tell us if we're missing a Kickstarter that possibly you're running, or if there's one that we haven't highlighted. Really quickly, as people tune in, we're just going to go over the front page of Written Sins. Written Sins is the home to indie creators, daily art interviews. We are a free site. We help with Kickstarters, obviously, and name recognition. Right now, as you see, we're going live with this program. The 2017 Gary Reed Award nomination. Community show those in our creative community. They're important. So look, guys, there's a lot of us who do a lot of things. There's a Dirk Manning, Martin Dunn, Ruben Romero, Victor Dandridge Jr., just to name a few, and the list goes on. If you know someone who does a lot for their own time, they dedicate, they do panels, this is the opportunity to really embrace them and show them what they matter. This is a great award that's going to be given out at the Cherry Capital Comic-Con. It's well worth the effort. We have a story about the R4. The R4 is an amazing experience that's going to be happening with an R2 unit that is built to build autism awareness. Now that we have a growing audience, let's just get down to the matter of why we're on today. For those who don't know, we're live right now on Twitter as well, as we zoom in and we show Facebook and Twitter each other's audiences really quickly. But now on to Kickstarter. All right. So let's start with last week's big winners. Last week, one of the big winners was Shelter Division by Bob Sally and Company. They funded with 320 backers at $7,891. That American's Kingdom, issue 3, came back after a disappointing first showing of what would have been an entire collection that's now going to be done by trade. That came in at 147 backers for $3,157. That's a good haul. Backers and a good amount raised. Trip Green comic has been funded. They were brought to life by 51 backers for $1,659. Seed Seekers, Volume 1 by Martha, came to life by 34 backers at $1,156. So congratulations to all the Kickstarters that have funded. We look forward to seeing and hearing what's next, and also the reviews that come out. Moving on, today we have the brand new Kickstarter cheat sheet, so let's get into it. First, we're going to talk about patches to fund autism research, which is at the top of the page. You guys have the opportunity to help with autism awareness and help promoting autism research by simply getting a patch. This patch actually will help awareness. And how does it do that? Because when people ask you about it, you'll be able to tell them what it's for. And already people are talking about autism. Plus, it goes back to a community that's going to be donating the proceeds after, the costs and all that, that's donating the actual profit from the program to autism research. So if you haven't already, now is the time to be part of something amazing. Moving on, Alter Life issue 2's in its final 9 days. This is something that is so close to funding. You guys have to be on it if you're not already. We featured this last week as our book of the week. This is definitely something that you guys are doing. Think of Groundhog's Day meets Sliders, where if you decided that you didn't like life, or let's say you were murdered and it happens under the right circumstances, you suddenly get transported into a different dimension where you're yourself, but not exactly yourself. So this is a chance to see something that's truly interesting, unique. Like I said, it's Groundhog Day meets sliders. So that could use some help. It's by Cal Thrust. I always pronounce his name wrong, but it really is an amazing thing. We're gonna have Cal on the show soon. For those who don't know, we're doing 15 minutes of Sin, and that'll be starting very soon. More details on that as we go through this. I'm just gonna put down the Twitter thing so it stops shaking. Sorry about the shaking. My back hurts, so my hand trembles. The Jailbait and Trailer Trash Mature Comic Anthology is so close to funding. 1,500 away, only 67 hours to go. The cast of this is truly amazing. And I don't mean the characters, I mean the people putting it together. If you haven't already gotten to be part of this, now is the time. Now or never in this. Let's get involved. This is for mature audiences. It's going to be a collection that's going to push the envelope. And personally, I think it's something that's well worth the time and the effort. So close, 67 hours to go. Share it, pledge to it, get behind it. Do what you can to help us get this funded. Moving on, we have Sinister issue 1. Now, this is actually going to be our pick of the week, which means later this week, if not in the next day, we're going to be doing a video that will encompass everything about the project. It's got a long way to go. We can get it there. We got plenty of time. We're going to build awareness on it. Just a quick elevator pitch for it. This is a fantasy adventure of four brothers who survive a crash near an African tribal reservation. This is Sinister issue 1. I've gotten to see things from behind the scenes. It really does look like it's going to be a very interesting story. If you're not part of it already, please do get motivated and get on it and check it out and share it. Remember, it's easy to share projects. We don't really talk about this a lot, but to share a project, all you have to do is come over here and hit share. And then you can share it Facebook, you can tweet it, you can put it on pin, you can embed it. There's tons of things you can do. Moving on, we have Monsters and Other Scary Shit, a monster anthology. This is definitely something that's worth the time and the energy. It's done by Russell and just a gigantic wall of creators. I mean, this is probably the biggest project I've personally seen come together with the amount of people who are involved in it. It really does go on and on and on with the amount of talent that's in it. I think they personally are underselling it. You can get a book for $50. And now, if I'm not mistaken, they've hit the goal where the eyes will be glowing. So that's very interesting. Moving on. We have Tits number 4. Now, we're trying to get Colton to be the first guest on 15 Minutes of Sin, which we're hoping to aim for later this week. Stay tuned for that. They have already funded. They're at 47.96 of a 26 goal. So they're doing great, 177 backers. But like we always say, just because someone's got all the backers in the world doesn't mean you can't still be part of it. It means probably you should be part of it. Why are you missing out? Why aren't you part of it? So we encourage everyone to be part of it and take the opportunity to join the Tits franchise. Now, if you're worried about, well, this is issue number 4, I don't want to be involved in the middle of the story, don't worry. There's actually a place where you can catch up, where you can get all the other issues, 1 through 3, that you're missing now to go along with 4. So you'll be able to have the entire story sent to you. So there's always a way to catch up. Don't feel discouraged. Get involved in it now. This is one of those stories that probably will wind up somehow a cartoon or something in the near future. So if you get in on it now, you get to have the original printings of these books before they go, into more of a bigger publisher and a bigger audience of circulation. So now is your time to be part of the beginning. Shaman's Destiny is a volume 1 trade. This is pretty cool because the 148 pages of action and adventure are already done. So this book is just becoming a trade. So keep up with the entire story that's been already put out there by getting this one trade. It does need a little help. We have 9 days to go with 3,500 as a goal with $2,024 so far raised. Neckbeard, Hillbilly for Hire, Monsters Hunting Action could use some support. We're already halfway through the campaign, 14 days left, halfway to the goal, so that's great. Moving to where we got to be. Now's the time to get involved in it. It's a great and funny actual. It almost became our feature of the week. We wound up going with the Sinister instead because I think Sinister's got more of a goal to reach, so we chose that one to help out a little bit more. But I'm already supporting Neckbeard. I think you guys should too. It looks funny. Drexel issue 1. Now, Bob Sally is part of this, so you already have an amazing creator who's proven himself throughout Kickstarter. You have Nathan Kelly, who's the actual creator behind this, who came up with a great idea. You have Don Matlis, who's the colorist, and HDE is the letterer. This is about a small town will unleash a monster to save them from something worse. So I think it's worth it. Obviously, you guys are going to make the final decision, but they've already reached goals, so now there is no risk. You actually back this, and you know you're getting a comic book, so how cool is that? Moving on, we have Home, number 5, Understanding. This is the epic conclusion to the story for those of you who read issues 1 through 4. This is your time to know, will it end in triumph or tragedy? And the epic conclusion here, she's going to have to choose between 2 planes of reality. What will she choose? With 13 days left, your answer is coming soon, but there's still time for those of you who didn't back it to back it. Brethren Born, Deceptions, the comic series. BB3 is full of intrigue, action, and adventure as Newton learns more about what he is and comes to face with the enemy at last. This is already funded. It's got 108 backers, 11 days to go. It looks fantastic. Let's just take a quick listen. All right, that's a quick preview of that. Looks very interesting, right? Yeah. As I said, you can always find these on our site at any time under Written Sins. Go to the Kickstarter section. All these things are individually listed, and they're listed as our actual, underneath our actual little icons like this, and we give different titles, create new worlds by funding their creations. On Kickstarter, I actually got to fix that when we're done. I'll just hit the edit button and basically, this is your quick way to always, stupid thing, to always stay in touch with what's on Kickstarter. There we go. You guys got to see the guts of Written Sins. All right, moving on. Emmanuel, God with Us, the comic book, a comprehensive and chronological adaptation of the 4 Gospels of the Bible within single storytelling of the life of Christ. This is by Scott Zambelli. Scott's a friend of mine. He's reached his goal, but he could use a lot more support. I think this is going to be a very passionate project. He's a great artist, and he's going to be telling a story that, let's be honest, sometimes we forget to check in with. If you're a religious person, this might be a great opportunity for you to be able to pick something up and maybe learn something. This could also be a book that you could use to teach children religion if you're interested. So it's on our site. It's on Kickstarter. Try to back it. And if you don't necessarily have the money, as always, you can share it. That works. Remember, the share button is also on here, and it's on Facebook. So shares are free, but they mean a lot. If you don't like things, share them. Only like them after you shared them. If you're going to share them, put a like on it after you've hit the share button. Liking does not work as well as share. Share matters more. The Devil's Pool issue has 5 days to go. It's running down. It's very close to being funded. It's going to wind up getting funded. Hopefully we can get it funded after people watch this video. It looks very interesting. Let's take a quick look at the video. Yeah, I can see this is a very interesting take on doing the video. It's more about the creators and the books themselves. The book itself is put as days after a supernatural encounter are weary from surviving the devil's pool. Ben Carver seeks out familiar faces who put him there. Might be a revenge tale after all. All right, moving on. Follow the Wave. Follow the Wave is a 52-page graphic novel from Italian artist, writer Stefano. I'm not even going to try that last name because I don't want to disrespect him. It's a gritty revenge tale for all ages. Kind of interesting that there is a revenge tale for all ages. I don't know if I want my son Jax to know about revenge. Let's take a quick look at the video. If you want to know more about Captain Travis, check out the site, Kickstarter, underneath Follow the Wave, which you can once again find on writtensins.com. Staunch Ambition, Issue 2, a supernatural science fiction tale. We went over this last week, watched the whole video. It looks fantastic. It's definitely something you guys should be on. The art in it is truly amazing. If you're not impressed by the art, I don't know what would impress you via art, because the art is truly breathtaking in this. This is one of those books where if you get it just for the art, you're winning, and the fact that you get a story on top of it, a story that looks outstanding, means you're only going to get even more for your money. So this is definitely something that I suggest checking out and being part of. Too Good to Be True. This is by Philippe Cagno of The Few and the Cursed. He's a fantastic creator, great guy. This is definitely a project to be part of, and we're going to take a quick look at the video. Welcome to the rom-com for indie comics. Honestly, this looks like it's going to be a great project. I'm going to definitely be part of it. Now, if you notice during the video, it says back this project, and you're wondering, well, how come Rob is telling us to back this project and he hasn't backed it yet? This is actually my wife's Kickstarter page. It's actually not mine. I'm using this because she had it open because we were looking at things for fetish babies, and it just so happens that she uses this browser to look at it, and I use the Firefox browser right here. So as you can see, instantly Written Sins is up. So we just use the two different browsers on the computer at the kitchen table. So if you were looking at this through me, it would work better, but the YouTube video works better using Google Chrome because, for those who don't know, YouTube is integrated with Google now. So that's why sometimes you'll see back this project isn't done because my wife doesn't back as many projects as I do. She doesn't really search as much. Occasionally I'll tell her one like this one I'm actually tell her about. She might find this one very interesting. So I think this is more in her kind of liking. As far, I think we just lost our Twitter audience. Let's see. There we go. I don't know why it did that, but we had a momentary problem. All right, we're back with Twitter. So moving on, 1,000 Acres of Hell, issue 1. As we went on, I just did a review of this, where we did a review of the actual, I'm just going to get it down here, 100 Acres of Hen. Honestly, very cool and funny story. If you haven't checked it out, this website, this Kickstarter, it's definitely worth it. It's 100 Acres of Hell. You've got the Exorcist actress giving away exclusive rewards, plus you have Schnitzky from WWE fame actually showing up. We looked at the video and the other thing. Look at it. Look it up on Written Sins and you'll find it. Finally, Speak No Evil was added. We have 26 days to go on a 1628. So far raised for 4,800 gold. Some room to go. This is an interesting thing. Now I'm going to let it speak for itself. We're going to look at another video real quick, and then we're going to wrap it up. All right, guys. Once again, this video can be watched full. This is Speak No Evil, issue 3. Speak No Evil is a fun Lovecraftian tale about two teenage brothers facing off against demons from another dimension. So this is definitely going to be one of those types of comic books that are going to be entertaining and interesting. We have the bionic hand on the kid, so it's definitely going to be something that's very unique and very interesting if you're into demons and, sort of looks like technology in the wrong eras. This looks like it could be something that's very interesting. The art in it looks fantastic. This is, of course, issue 3. It's also a gang story, so you have a great team. Steve Orlando's actually talked about it. Steve Orlando's a great creator in his own, so there's good people talking about it right here. Here's the team behind it. This is something I've backed. I think you all should back. It even breaks down the budget. It tells you about the rewards. I believe there's a tier where you can get the original 2 comic books to be part of it. So there's no reason you can't be behind this and part of this. We're going to sign off with Twitter right now. Thank you to the Twitter audience checking us out. We will check in with you later. Remember to check writtensins.com. Okay, it's just us on Facebook and YouTube. We don't have any questions so far, which is okay because it just takes a little bit of time to go through. I thank everyone who sat through it. As always, check out writtensins.com for the newest information as it pops up. We'll keep you informed. Like I said, check out the Gary Reed Award. Let's just take a look at R4 on our way out. R4 is looking good. So all ready to go out. And as you can see, we've been able to cover the story. And this is just an interesting quick thing on our way out. If we have a story up here, it links instantly to stories that are related to it at the bottom. That's why it says related. And as always, as a teachable moment, remember that if you have see how that's an arrow, and when you go over something, it becomes a hand. Each computer is slightly set up differently, but basically that means that's a link. So when it does that, you have a linkable ability. So keep that in mind. Oh, we just got 41 hits. Nice. All right, guys. Thank you so much for the time. Thank you, YouTube audience. Thank you to everyone out there supporting indie comics. We'll talk to you all soon. All right, guys. Let's get started. For those who have never been part of this and you're coming to us live, this is the first time ever that we are broadcasting on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook Live all at the same time. Welcome to our weekly show where we talk about Kickstarters and we help you guys figure out who you should be, well, not who you should, but the projects we think you should be paying attention. The choice is always yours, so we always encourage you to sit back, watch, and tell us if we're missing a Kickstarter that possibly you're running, or if there's one that we haven't highlighted. Really quickly, as people tune in, we're just going to go over the front page of Written Sins. Written